Hello and greetings to you, dear companions of the Metaphysical Sciences channel. Welcome to the new video of the channel. Please help our group in spreading light and awareness and unity among humans without any prejudice by subscribing to the channel and pressing the bell. Today we want to go to one of the brightest stars of contemporary spirituality, Buddhist monk, enlightened teacher, poet, peace activist, and prolific writer whose life was an embodiment of peace, compassion and presence in the moment, Master Thich Nhat Hanh. Known as the father of mindfulness in the West, he led millions of people around the world to a more conscious and peaceful life with his simple but profound teachings. Let's travel together to the fruitful life and precious teachings of this great Vietnamese monk. Thich Nhat Hanh was born in 1926 in the city of Hue, in central Vietnam with the original name of Nguyen Dinh Lang. Since childhood, he had a deep attraction to spirituality and monastic life. At the age of 16, he entered Tu Hue Monastery and officially began his training as a novice Buddhist monk. This monastery later became the main center of his activities. The 1960s was a turning point in Thich Nhat Hanh's life as well as the history of Vietnam. As the Vietnam War raged, he was deeply moved by the suffering of the people. Unlike many monks who focused only on meditation and monastic life, Thich Nhat Hanh believed that Buddhism should be active in society and to alleviate human suffering. He proposed the concept of engaged Buddhism, which emphasized the integration of spiritual practice with social and political activism to create positive change. In 1961, he traveled to the United States to continue his education and studied at Princeton University and Columbia University. But with the height of the war, he felt he had to return to his country. In Vietnam, he founded the School of Youth for Social Service, SISS. This organization consists of thousands of Buddhist volunteers, rebuilding destroyed villages, establishing schools and medical centers, and helping war victims. He also founded the Van Han Buddhist University in Saigon, a center for intellectual exchange and pacifist activities. His pacifist activities continued at the international level as well. In 1966, he traveled to the United States and Europe to rally global support for peace. It was during this trip that he met Martin Luther King Jr. and convinced him to take a public stand against the Vietnam War. Martin Luther King Jr. later called Thich Nhat Hanh an apostle of peace and nonviolence and nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize. Unfortunately, due to his anti-war activities, the South Vietnamese government prevented him from returning to his country, and he lived in exile for years. He settled in France and founded Plum Village in 1982. Plum Valley became the largest and most active mindfulness training center in the West, with thousands of people from all over the world traveling to learn his teachings. After 39 years of exile, Thich Nhat Hanh was allowed to return to Vietnam in 2005. This return was a historic event and was welcomed by the people and the authorities. He suffered a stroke in 2014 and lost his ability to speak, but remained an inspiration with his calm and meaningful presence. Finally, on January 22, 2022, at the age of 95, he died peacefully at the same monastery in Tu Hue where he had initiated the monkhood. With a simple and understandable language, Thich Nhat Hanh presented the most profound Buddhist concepts in a way that is accessible to the modern man. His teachings mainly focused on being in the moment or mindfulness. 1. Presence in the moment, mindfulness the main key to a conscious life. Thich Nhat Hanh taught that happiness and peace depend on our ability to live fully in the present moment. He used to say, "When you wash the dishes, just wash the dishes." This statement means that anything, even the simplest activities, can be done with full awareness. He encouraged us to be fully present and aware of each moment, whether we were eating, walking, or talking. This presence frees us from past ruminations and future worries. 2. Mindful breathing, the anchor of presence. One of the simplest and most powerful tools Thich Nhat Hanh taught was conscious breathing. He said, breathing is a bridge between the body and the mind. By focusing on inhaling and exhaling, we can bring our distracted mind back to the present moment and experience relaxation. He often used this phrase, inhale, I know I breathe in. Exhale, I know I breathe out. 3. Walking meditation, every step, a lotus. Thich Nhat Hanh believed that meditation is not just sitting. Walking can be a meditation in itself. In mindful walking, we consciously touch the ground with each step and become aware of the sensation of walking, the wind, the sunlight, and the sounds around us. He used to say, with every step, a lotus blooms. This practice helps us establish a deeper connection with the earth and our surroundings. 4. Interbeing, everything is connected. One of the most profound philosophical concepts of Thich Nhat Hanh was interbeing. He explained that nothing exists independently, everything is interdependent and connected. For example, when we look at a flower, we see clouds, rain, sunlight, soil, and even the gardener's smile. This deep understanding of connectedness helps us to be more compassionate towards others and the environment, because we understand that harming another is actually harming ourselves. 5. Inner peace, world peace. Thich Nhat Hanh firmly believed that world peace begins with the inner peace of each individual. He said, there is no way to peace, peace is the way. This sentence means that we should not wait for external conditions to achieve peace, but we should be the embodiment of peace ourselves. By cultivating peace, compassion, and understanding within ourselves, we can radiate this energy into the world around us. 6. Seeds of joy and suffering. He explained that within each of us, there are seeds of joy, love, kindness, but also seeds of anger, fear, and suffering. By practicing mindfulness, we can water the positive seeds and allow them to grow, while consciously avoiding watering the negative ones. This control over our attention gives us enormous power for inner transformation. 7. A community of monks and nuns, Plum Valley. Plum Valley, the community he founded in France, was the practical embodiment of all these teachings. There, monks and lay people lived side by side, meditating, doing daily tasks with awareness and helping each other on the spiritual path. This society became a model of peaceful and conscious life in the contemporary world. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote more than 100 books, many of which became world bestsellers and were translated into dozens of languages. Among his most famous works are Miracle of Mindfulness, Peace of Every Step, Buddha is Alive, Buddha is Not Dead, and Peace of Every Step. His influence extended beyond the Buddhist community. He brought the concept of mindfulness into the mainstream of Western society and turned it into a tool for reducing stress, increasing focus, and improving relationships. Doctors, psychologists, teachers, and even business managers have used his teachings to improve the quality of their lives and the lives of others. He was not only a spiritual teacher, but also a world peace activist. His activities during the Vietnam War played an important role in raising global awareness of war crimes and promoting peace. He showed us that true peace is not only the absence of war, but the active presence of compassion, understanding, and awareness in every moment of life. The legacy of Thich Nhat Hanh lives on in the millions of hearts touched by his teachings, in the thousands of communities and mindfulness centers inspired by Plum Valley, and in every conscious breath taken. He reminded us that each of us is capable of creating inner peace and then spreading it to the world. Thich Nhat Hanh, a monk known as Tay, teacher, in Vietnam, dedicated his life to serving humanity and teaching the way of peace and presence. He was a flame of light that illuminated the darkness of suffering and ignorance and showed us that happiness and peace are available to everyone. We just need to live with awareness and compassion in every moment. We hope this video has inspired you to experience being in the moment more deeply and discover your inner peace. Until the next video, I wish each and every one of you happiness and peace. And I entrust you, dear ones, to God's loving and loving hands. Be happy and smiling in the shelter of the merciful God.